Wow, there's actually a bit of snow still out here. Well, I actually don't know what I'm doing today. I'm making it up as I go. Have the detector with me, and I am out on one of our big properties. It's almost 1,000 acres, and the people are kind enough to let us do our thing out here. So I walked almost up to the top of it, and it took me 40 minutes. That's a pretty good walk for one piece of property. And you know how it goes. Old New Hampshire, old New England woods, stone walls about, old cart paths. We have to explore. We have to get into the sections that we have not been before. You know, I do know for a fact that once you get beyond this point in the wetlands, there's a cellar hole up there, an old home site. There should be a north to south wall out there, and then way back we pass a couple of old home sites as well. But I came up the cart path and jumped off into this section because I've never gone across and out to, I'm assuming, the wall that continues on. So that's it. Pretty simple. Make it up as we go along and just go. And there it is. That's the wall I was aiming for. It does continue. Wow, the size of them rocks. Huge. So, I showed you guys this wall last season, except when hiking through we hit the junction way up there, and I presumed it kept moving, and that it does. Wow. Film definitely does not capture it most of the time as to, you know, how big these are. The walls out here are different. You guys may have remembered we showed you the mega wall. That is the wall that it junctions with, and then this pops off and heads north. Spot on. Crazy. Again, I'm only out here because I have not been out here. Oh, almost looks like it ends. Maybe. Huh, definitely. Open-ended, grid square wall. Interesting. That thing is pretty long. I know where the other end is. So, we are left with here. Actually, this is interesting. And we don't barely ever see this. So the wall ended, and then look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big rocks laid down in place, heading north in the line. I think we're seeing what was the unfinished start of a wall. That is actually kind of fascinating because you see that in areas that are being farmed, but this section is one of the oldest grants around. It's just about 300 years ago people were landing here. So it always made you wonder, makes me wonder, were they building the wall as they went? You know, stacking it up to this high with big rocks and moving along. Apparently, they were dropping them in a line spaced out with big ones. And that kind of is a big deal because we don't ever see this. Huh. That makes you wonder, why was it not finished? We'll go up ahead a bit more and see what becomes of the staged spacer rocks. It's still going. Wow. Actually, I think the wall picks back up. Yep. Starting to fill back in, and then it picks up again proper up there. So a big dead space of, I would say, 200 feet. Yeah, it just carries on. These walls out here, we've always questioned because they're the massive grids, and then you have your farms spread out all about. We question who built them because they're just different than everything else, and they're huge. I mean, beyond huge. And that is very, very different to see that space with the stage rocks. All right, well, I'm not going any further north. I'm going to start going in and heading towards where we know there's cellars. Wild. All right, where's my stuff? Okay. And as you guys know, or can imagine, this is the time of the year to be out here doing this. Won't be long before it all pops. And it's green and we cannot see. Yeah, we're looking with stacked rocks. I saw that little clump from way back, but I don't think it's anything. Nope. Okay, made my way across all that to one of the established farms. I'm at the very tail end of it, so to start detecting here, we might not hear anything. If we do, that will be remarkable. I just did 2.7 miles of just looking around, but it has to be done, and I love doing it. And we got to see the fragmented beginnings of an ancient wall. A first. All right. That way. Just a random piece of metal. Well, that sounds relatively fresh. One of them. It ain't fresh though. Well, here's a surprising one. Jeez. Can't be good. I am still pretty far out from, I'm in the old farm obviously, but distance-wise I'm still quite a ways from where the house was. I don't know if you can tell, but that's all wet out there from the river. I was on the other side when we started, walked all the way down around, hit the bridge, back in here, and I wonder what that is. Only one way to find out. Oh, it's mucky. Well, the river's right there, so that makes sense. Apparently I did not jiggle it. Whatever it is, it's right there. Oh boy. Look at the color. Rotten copper, maybe? That's crazy how there's like copper color coming through. If that's even a coin. Could be a button, but I know for certain, it gets wet in here in the winter. I mean, it's obviously still wet, but... Alright, let me clean that up. Well, if that's what's left of a coin, that is unbelievable how much is gone. There's no, patina layer to it at all. It's just been sitting in muck for probably 200 years. Yeah, there's nothing to even take off it to see if we can get any more or any detail off of it. Still, middle of nowhere, right? Oh, we'll keep moving along the edge here and see what else we hear. glass? It is glass. EAL. EAL. Oh. Alright, well, hold on. We are rooted here. It is a preserve jar. And we were picking up the handle, I think. That's old. But we're getting into a area of activity, which is good. Yep, that's what it was. Huh. Oh, the EAL is for seal. Right. Oh, I'm done. That was a big one. Just under 5 miles. I have a half mile to go on the way out. But I had it in my head, you know, it's the beginning of the season. I have places that I want to check out here because it's massive, like I keep telling you. So I'm glad I did it, and we got to see that very interesting gap in the wall where they laid the big rocks, you know, implying, hey, this is where we're building our wall, and then they would fill it in after. As to why they left a gap way the hell up there, no idea. These walls are miles and miles long, and that's why I have to walk them, because I have to see what's out there in between and whatnot. And this copper, that's a cool find. This thing must have been worn to a nub when it was dropped, because the size is just, you know, it's smaller. It's definitely copper, but it's been sitting in muck forever, and it has kept it, you know, from changing. No layer of patina whatsoever. So that was a good find. Interesting little area. I'm stopping because, well, I've been out here for a long time, but I'm also getting towards where the river just turns to marshland and nasty. And I know I can get out right here, so I'm gonna get out. Alright, next video, I think we're gonna get directly into detecting at a site. And that's the plan. Thanks for joining me. I will see you then.